Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I am here in a bit of a breezy Blackpool. Just behind me is one of these very scary wind turbines just outside the Solaris Centre, and we've got 40-mile-an-hour gust today, and it's absolutely freezing. By the way, the wind has been coming from the east for about the last week now, and it's going to continue to come from the east for, well, as far as I can see on the weather forecast. It's so cold because the wind is coming from the east. By the way, if you've just joined the channel recently, I've had a few subscribers come on. Thanks very much for getting on board. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for all videos of Blackpool and sometimes beyond. Oh, it's getting going. You know, it was going around like the clappers before. It was going mental. You could hear it across the road. It sounded like a helicopter taking off. They've got another one over there as well. I always come here when it's windy because I like to show these turbines. In fact, I do get a little bit scared sometimes of standing too close to them because sometimes I think they're going to come flying off. But I thought we'd have a little look around Blackpool, around this area, South Shore. It's very grey, middle of winter. I hope you haven't got seasonal affective disorder, because I think I suffer from that a little bit at times. It's so dull, but I think what we need to do is embrace the grey. Yeah, so they're making some, well, I hope they're making electricity. Well, that's what they're putting there for, isn't it? Solaris Centre here. And yeah, it's starting to get going again now. So this is New South Promenade, and we're just across the road from the famous mirror ball. There it is there. Go and have a closer look at that, shall we? Tell you what, it's getting up again, and they're going round like the clappers now. It's probably a good job that they slowed down while I was over there. Oh, my hat almost went then. That was almost a disaster. But anyway, like I said, just a bit of a quick one, this video really. Just wanted to, I like to keep you informed on what's going on in Blackpool, but there's not a whole lot going on at the moment, really, so what can we do? I'm going to show you the sea. Now, the sea is actually really calm. Now, one of the things about Blackpool is that when we get an easterly wind, and I mean direct from the east, the sea tends to calm right down, the Irish Sea. It's very, very calm. And not only that, but it changes colour, believe it or not. Now, you see a lot of pictures of the Blackpool Sea and it looks kind of brown. A lot of people think it's because of, you know what, being pumped into it. Well, that is a possibility, but when the wind comes from the east, the sand, we'll take a look in a minute. I'm just going to go through this gate here. Let's check out this gate, shall we? So we'll just go through here. Okay, so I've just come down onto this ramp here, and we're looking towards the pleasure beach there, and just look at the sky. It's just well, you know, I actually in a way don't mind the bleak. I don't mind it. I quite like the bleakness of winter sometimes. But this is what I mean about the sea. It's a turquoise colour at the moment. I don't know if you can tell. I can see that it's a turquoise colour. We've actually got a boat out there today. But can you see how calm it is? Despite 40-mile-an-hour gusting winds. But because they're from the east, well, if it was from the west, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it? But this is how the sea looks. It's a bit like a mill pond, really, isn't it? Well, I'm not the only one on the promenade. There are a few people here. But it is a very quiet part of Blackpool, this, even in the summer. You don't really get that many people coming down this part of the promenade. And if it wasn't for this thing here, the mirror ball, well, it'd be even more dead, wouldn't it? But this mirror ball is part of the Great Promenade show, which goes from Squires Gate down there all the way up to the sandcastle. But a lot of the artworks have been removed, or they've vandalised some of them. I'm going to take a look at one down here, which I'm not sure if I've shown on the channel before. I might have done. We'll go and have a look and see this artwork down here. It's called Glam Rocks. So what do you think of the middle of winter? In some ways, like I say, I like the middle of winter. I do like it. I like the bleakness sometimes. I've been up to Scotland at this time of year. It was a few years ago now, but I did go up to Scotland. In fact, I did a video up there a few years ago in the winter, and right into the Highlands, Glencoe and that, yeah. So yeah, in some ways I do like it. I like winter. In some ways I like it better than summer, but I do sometimes get affected by this, I think you call it sad, don't you? Sometimes you kind of have to force yourself to get up and go out. I think when you're self-employed as well, I'm self-employed, I've been self-employed for 25 years, and you really have to urge yourself to get up in the middle of winter and go out, and get some work done, because you're not working for anybody, no one's telling you to do it, you've got to do it yourself. So let me know if any of you are affected by that. Yeah, but there you go. So just here we've got Glam Rocks. I might have shown them on a live stream. Glam Rocks. So we've got the mirror ball, we've got these, and we've got a few others that are still working. These light up because they've got LEDs, can you see? They've got these little LEDs in them that I think they still light up. They probably should do. 2001 these were put in. Yeah. So they're just down from the mirror ball. This is up there. And we've also got Desire up there. That's that big steel thing with the spikes coming out of it. So yeah, a lot of these artworks were put in obviously when this promenade was redone. They started it, I think, just after the millennium, and but quite a lot of them had, well, the high tide organ was one of them. Some of you might remember the high tide organ, and they had to take that out. It just fell into disrepair. So that was another one. Frankenstein was another, up here, like a big diving chamber. That was another one that they took away. I'll show you where that was. But we've got this one here. Could do with a bit of a paint job, what do you think? But it's still there though. Can you hear the wind blowing through that? It's called Water Wings. And again, this is one that was installed, one of the first ones, 2001. Artwork made out of metal there. Oh, there goes the tram check. There you go. Just over the road we've got, I'll just show you that crescent over the road. We've got a few hotels there. We've got the Mars Hotel, the Carousel, and we've got this one here, the Mayfair, which it's not open. It's been closed for a while. I think it's for sale. So yeah, this is a crescent. We've got 3 crescents on Blackpool Promenade. So we'll head down this way. I just want to show you where that other artwork was, Frankenstein. It was just down here, and they had to take it out a couple of years ago. Not sure if you can read that, but it says the Frankenstein Project. Can't read all of it, but it's still got the plaque, but Frankenstein is no more. So this was that diving chamber thing, and it had windows in it, and when you look through, there's like a skeleton in there. I thought it was a dinosaur or something, but apparently it was a skeleton of a whale. Not a real skeleton, but does anyone remember Frankenstein? I'll show you a picture. This is a picture I took of it in about 2008, I think. And again, it was another one that sort of fell into disrepair. it wasn't really looked after, and I think that's one of the problems you see with the installing all these artworks along here. There was no maintenance apart from the mirror ball. I mean, the mirror ball has had its mirrors replaced a couple of times now. Kind of looks a bit like a sort of 60s brutalist structure, this, doesn't it? This shelter here with the benches. No wonder you don't get that many people sitting around here. They're not very attractive then, really, are they? And the railings that they put in, these railings are only 25 years old, and they look a bit rusty, don't they? Look at that. Wow. They don't build things like they used to, do they? Okay, so I'll leave it there now. Grey and dull Blackpool, but we're on the right side of winter now because we're into February, and we're hopefully through the worst of it, or are we? Well, we'll have to wait and see. We've not had any snow in Blackpool. Some other places have had snow, and we're not out of the woods just yet. But yeah, I'll leave it there now. Let me know what you think. Do you like the middle of winter? Like I say, I do like it, but there are times when, you know, when all you see, we haven't seen the sun for ages. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would just seem to be lacking in vitamin D a little bit, you know. But I think once you get out, you know, once you get out, even if you struggle to get up and get out, once you get out, you're all right. That's what I find anyway. So I'll leave it there now. Embrace the grey. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.